Hello and welcome to this session on FACADE Design Pattern. This video is part of a 20 hours Udemy course where we cover hundreds of real-world design pattern scenarios. What is FACADE Design Pattern? This design pattern is a structural design pattern in software engineering that provides a simplified interface to a complex subsystems of code, making it easier to use and understand. The pattern involves creating a single class called the facade that represents an entire subsystem or a set of related objects and provides a simplified interface to access the functionalities of the subsystem. The facade pattern acts as an intermediary between the client and the subsystem, shielding the client from the complexity of the subsystem and providing a unified interface for the client to access the subsystem functionalities. By using the facade pattern, clients can focus on using the simplified interface provided by the facade object instead of dealing with the complexities of the underlying subsystem. In essence, the facade pattern helps to simplify the complexity of a large system by providing a simple and easy to use interface that abstracts away the underlying complexity, making it easy to use and maintain the system. Hello and welcome back. In this example, we will look at how we can connect different computer subsystems together to make one single computer system. We will be bringing together CPU subsystem, a memory subsystem, and any other subsystem you might want to add into a facade called a computer system. Every subsystem that makes up a computer are integrated together using a facade to make the system called computer. I'm going to start this code by implementing the first subsystem, which is a CPU subsystem that has a freeze method, a jump method that jumps to a particular position, and then execute whatever program it wants to execute. Then we have also a memory subsystem, which holds a dictionary of data and uses the load method to load in data into the memory, and also the get method to get a data out of the memory. We then integrate all this into a computer system, and the computer system is going to take in all our subsystems. In this case, we have just two, and that is CPU and memory system. And then we'll implement two operations that the computer will do. These are implemented in the run method and the retrieve method as shown. And all operations of the CPU and memory subsystems are mixed together to create a run and a retrieve operation in the computer. For the run method, we do some CPU method, and then we also do some memory method. We load instruction into a particular position, and then we do more CPU method by jumping to that position and executing the code, and then we move our position to another location in the memory. So you can see we have a mix of the subsystem being used in the single run method. And we can do the same thing for the retrieve method. But for this, I'm just going to return the memory location, and other operations can be run using the retrieve method. Now let's run our computer system. We're going to instantiate the computer class, and then we're also going to have a set of instructions that we will want to run, and we will call that program list, and then we'll call the run method of the computer to run each item in the program. And as you can remember, the run method runs through each item in the program and does some calculations or computation with them. Let's look at this in our output. From the output, you can see it takes each item in the lists as a set here. These are the programs, and it runs it through the run method, which does a sequence of activity. We can also use the retrieve method to get a particular program in the memory. And I'm going to print out the retrieve method, which print out the second item in the program list that we have. With the FACADE design pattern, we're able to use different subsystems to make a computer and to use very simple method or operations on the computer to work with the different subsystems to produce our desired outputs. This video is part of a 20 hours Udemy course where we cover hundreds of real-world design pattern scenarios. The course is called Design Pattern in Python with real-world code examples. We showed via practical coding how design pattern is implemented in real-world scenarios like event manager, cache, database connection codes, document management code, creating optimized configuration settings, login frameworks, GUI framework codes, plugin systems, game development codes, payment gateway, document generators, computer graphics generation codes, financial model code pattern, resource pooling, object pooling in ORMs, website creation, database query codes, language translator, web application framework creation, banking system codes, organizational chart creation, file system, interpreter, menu system, text formatting code, authentication code, authorization code, API for OS, document management system, create proxies, event handling, middleware in web development, workflow system, undo redo functionality in apps, job scheduler scenarios, parsers, chart applications, drawing applications, notification system, distributed system, booking system, workflow management system, sorting algorithm, file compression utility, and many more. If you are really serious about your career in programming, you have to get this video. And you don't have to be a Python programmer to use it. Use the link in the description to get the best price for this course on the Udemy platform.